Hey everybody, welcome back. Decided that after lunch I would go ahead and do part two of this video. So we're gonna get right into it today. In just a second, I need to switch this over to the screen. There we go. All right, you remember in the last video we had gotten down to the firstborn. We're trying to set up our truths. Okay, so we've got two final truths. We've got the beasts and the horrors. Um, let me get rid of that. Okay. All right. Let me get my hands on a lodestar. Hey, print this thing out, man. Um, I'll actually do, I think, a video showing you how I got my lodestar set up. I think it's a pretty neat idea. Okay. Legend. Beast. Okay. So let's get right into it. The beasts of old are nothing but legend. You have traveled into the deep forests and high mountains. Okay, one more time. The beasts of old are nothing but legend. A few who travel into the deep forests and high mountains return with wild tales of monstrous creatures, but they are obviously delusional. No such things exist. And two, monstrous beasts stalk the wild areas of the Ironlands. And three, beasts of all sorts roam the Ironlands. They dwell primarily in the reaches, but range into the settled lands to hunt. There, they often prey on cattle, but attacks on travelers, caravans, and even settlements are not uncommon. See, I like that idea. It kind of really makes sense for our character, who is a monster hunter, to actually be able to hunt them down. All right, so let's say beasts of all manner roam throughout the Ironlands. Okay. Um, most tend to stay hidden in the reaches of the mountains, and I don't know that I want to do mountains and reaches of the mountains in the north, but a few will range into the inhabited y'all, I promise I did go to school. In the inhabited areas of no, not in the inhabited, in the more inhabited more inhabited areas of the havens and attacks on car- caravans and settlements are not uncommon. Hmm. Monster hunters. You know what? Let's don't say monster hunters. Uh, Hunters are often called on to deal with these so called, quote, monsters when they are causing a settlement distress. Okay, we'll leave that there. Y'all excuse me today. I have issue with my sinuses today, and I can't seem to get my throat clear. So I apologize for that greatly. Okay. What's the difference between a beast and a horror? Well, beast, the horror. That doesn't. Okay. Okay. Horrors. One, nothing but stories to frighten children. Two, we are wary of dark forests and deep waterways, for monsters lurk in those places. In the depths of the long night, when all is wreathed in darkness, only fools venture beyond their homes. 3. The dead do not rest in the Ironlands. At night, we light torches, scatter salt, and post sentries at the gate. It is not enough. They are coming. Spooky. Okay, let's combine them both. Just verbatim, let's combine them both. Okay, we are wary of dark forests and deep waterways. Deep waterways. For okay, come on. For monsters lurk in these places. Probably not verbatim. Uh, During the night, when all is breathed in darkness, we light torches gather salt, and post sentries at the gates. Only fools venture out No, 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 no. Better. Only monster hunters and fools venture out after dark. The dead do not rest in the Ironlands. I'm not doing it three and or 2 and 3 verbatim. I'm mixing matching them, but as I read to you a while ago, this is only monster hunters and fools venture out after dark. The dead do not rest in the Ironlands. It is not enough. It enough. Only monster hunters and fools venture out after dark. The dead do not rest in the Ironlands. They are coming. Okay, there it is. There's our truths, and we need to take these truths and we need to apply them to that. Wait, that's a okay. We need to apply our truths to our world, the lore of our world, the truths, which are nothing more than what our world, what this is our world. It is the truths of our existence. um, Session 0. Let's think about. Let's think about. Hang on, just a moment. Maybe. Give me just a moment. Oops. Peekaboo. Okay. So let's think about Galen. Galen is a monster hunter for hire. um, Session 0. Let's talk about Session 0. Okay. For those of you who play D20 systems, really any TTRPG, you understand that a Session 0 is your ability to sit down and talk over your what it is you want to see in a game, what it is you're trying to accomplish by playing the game, um, the type of character. Usually in a Session 0, you create your character. So technically, we're still, from the last video to this video, we're still in Session 0 until we're actually out there making moves and rolling the dice and things of that nature. We're still in Session 0. But this particular note is our ability to actually write out some things like, okay, this is my character, this is what he does, this is uh, uh, what he's looking to accomplish in this world. His existence is we'll take an example, Geralt of Rivia. Geralt was created because of a magical. Um, Geralt was nothing really more than a farmer. He was created because of a magical ritual and thus became the monster hunter that he is. Um, And in Geralt's case, monsters are not always four-legged creatures or six-legged, multi-legged creatures. Some of those monsters are bipedal, and they need to be dealt with. Um, so for session zero, what we need to do is we need to sit here and talk about what Galen is, what he's doing in the world. Um, we could write out just any thoughts that we have concerning our character and our world, and what we'd like to see. This is, uh, I think, basically the same thing in Starforged as what is called setting a flag. Um, in Starforged, you are allowed to set a flag, and the flags are content you want to avoid. Uh, in the case of session zero, we could put down content we want to avoid, content we want to visit, content we want Galen to go through. We want Galen to be a monster hunter, so we're gonna spend our time hunting down monsters and going through dungeons and things of that nature. We're gonna go through some of those ancient ruins, and we're gonna see what we can see and find what we can find, and we're gonna tell a story about a monster hunter. Um, so he's a monster hunter for hire. Um, I always like to think of Galen as a free um, warden. He served his term in his community as an Iron Warden. Okay, as an Iron Warden, Galen saw many beasts of many shapes and sizes. I'm still thinking, folks. He saw some of the night terrors that plague the Ironlands. Okay, so he saw these ironclads. He learned how to fight the horrors and the and how to defend against rival clans. Ooh, that's thunder. We're gonna get a storm, folks. I went to my local Arby's for Arby's. Yay! Okay, I went to Arby's for lunch with my wife. She only gets an hour, so uh, and while I was there, I kind of happened. She was actually facing the window, and she said, "Oh, lightning!" And uh, I was in the middle of eating my sandwich, and I got through, and I turned around and I looked, and I saw how dark it was, and I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna get a storm." So several claps of thunder, and I know one dog that's run for the hills because she don't like booms and bangs of any kind. Um, against rival clans, uh, who attack. No, no, no. I'm not gonna say rival clans. Bend against bandits and thieves. No. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Um, there's an idea. Okay, now we're gonna do some rolling, but this is more or less to the settlement. Remember, he has bonds, and one of the bonds is with this settlement. All right, so we need to roll on some tables. If you guys can actually hear the thunder off in the back, it's liable to get pretty big, and because that was a very 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 dark cloud. All right, Oracle Omnibus Stations Land Waypoint action this theme descriptor. We'll roll on that later. Point, waypoint, peril, opportunities, waypoints, coastal waters, um, settlement type. Okay. Well, here's what we can do. I know you guys can't see this roll, so you're gonna have to kind of trust that I'm telling you the truth here. Okay. When using this oracle to reveal the scale and purpose of a settlement, choose whether the community is located in settled lands, boundary lands, or remote lands. If unsure, set the location based on the region. Settled lands is the havens. Boundary lands is the barrier islands, the flooded lands, the hinterlands, and the ragged coast. The remote lands are the deep wilds, the tempest hills, and the veiled mountains. And then the shattered wastes don't fall in any type of settled. They, while there are Ironlanders in the shattered wastes due to migrations and nomadic behavior, they might have made it that far, but 9 times out of 10 they don't make it, and so uh first of all we need to decide where we are. Um, let's do this. First, let's roll percentiles. I got 38. Okay, 38. 38 means it's named after a creature. Okay, now we roll them again. 61. Fox Hollow. The settlement is named Fox Hollow. And located in. I don't have a clue. Quick names, first looks, activities, disposition, role. No, that's character. Sorry. Settlement, quick name. That's the end of those. Let's we need to roll to determine 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this like backwards. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it backwards. 1 to 33 means it's in remote lands. 34 to 66, and it's in a boundary land. 67 to 100, and we're in a settled land. So let's roll that. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Wow. Okay, I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2. Um, a remote land. We're in the remote lands, and the remote lands we said were where? That's deep wilds, tempest hills, or veiled mountains. Okay, we'll do the same thing. Let's do something. Yeah, yeah. Let's do something. Um, let's create a note. This note we're going to call uh. Let's just call it settlement. Yeah, Oracle. That's all we're going to call it. Settlement Oracle. Now, 1 through 33. Drop down. 34 to 66. Drop down. 67 to 100. Okay. One to 33 meant that. Okay, 1 to 33. Let's. I don't want to do that right now. Let's do 1 to 33 equals. We said that was going to be a remote land. Remote lands. Okay. Uh, we said that 34 through 66 was going to be boundary lands. I've already done that, hadn't I? Um, and then we said that 67 to 100 was settled. No. We said 67 to 70 was going to be the havens, because the havens, that was the only one listed within settled lands. Okay. If remote lands, we were going to say that one to 33 would then equal No. No. Yes. No. Okay. All right. No. The havens don't get any further. We're going to say that in this oracle, the havens, if you roll 67 to 100, you don't have to roll again. So we're going to have to do another oracle for, let's see, remote. So there are 1, 2, 3. So 1 to 33 is going to equal, what is this? Veiled Mountains. Vieled. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's great. Okay. So then 34 through 67, no, 66 was going to equal Tempest Heels. Okay. Drop down 67 to 100 will equal the Deep Forests. All right. So there's that oracle. Let's drop down. One to 33 will, no, because there are many more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 into 100 would go 25, wouldn't it? Okay, so 1 to 25 would equal the Barrier Islands. Okay. 30, 26 through 50 would equal the Flooded Lands. This is cool. I like this idea. 51 through 75. 25, 50, 75, 100. Okay. 51 to 75 would equal Hinterlands. Hintlands. Okay. And then 76 to 100 would equal Ragged Coast. Okay. Now, here's the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the Shattered Waste is 9. Okay, so there are 9 areas within. And what I might do is I may go and load a couple of other things on the side where you can actually see a map. That's kind of a good idea. I may do that off screen before we do the next video. So, hey, keep watching. Keep watching. This is our game. We're gonna get through this game. Shattered Wastes are, for the most part, either, well, they're uninhabited by humans. Um, at best, at best, you might find dragons, You might find wyverns. You might find monsters that you wouldn't normally see south of the Vale Mountains. Um, because the way the map works is up top is the Shattered Waste into because the Ironlands is a peninsula on a massive continent. It's a peninsula. Now at the top of the peninsula and farther north you have the Shattered Wastes. These this is an area that is uninhabited. Ironlanders do not go there. And those that do either do not return or come back with tales of horrors and yeah, you just don't go to the Shattered Waste. Right, and then the next down from there. Now my map here in my didn't get printed out very well. Right, so okay, really? Okay, yeah. At least I got my numbers. Okay, 8 is the Veiled Mountains. These towering, mist-shrouded peaks mark the northern bounds of the settled lands. A few hardy Ironlanders dwell here in seasonal mining camps. They head south before the long, brutal winter takes hold. Right, and then come down for a little ways. That's 7, the Tempest Hills. These highlands are defined by low mountains, thin woods, glacial lakes, and grassy plateaus. Ironlanders live here in nomadic communities or isolated mining settlements. Also, giants. That's where you find the giants. Um, and then down a little ways and like south and east, you would find the hinterlands. The imposing terrain consists of dense forest nestled against rugged hills. The Ironlander settlements in this region serve primarily as bases for hunters and trappers, like normal hunters and trappers. Um, right now, further south of the hinterlands, you have the Havens, and that's this is an expansive region of shrublands, woods, rivers, and craggy hills. Many Ironlander settlements are located here, often situated atop high ground or at the confluence of rivers. I, the Havens is where the majority of the Ironlanders live. That's where all the trade routes are. That's all the roads that have been built. That's built in the Havens. Okay. The flooded lands will be down and slightly to the east. Uh, that's called the flooded lands. This is a low-lying region of bogs, swamps, and slow-moving rivers. A few hardy Ironlanders live here in settlements built atop hillocks, or in homes standing on stilts over the wetlands. When I think about that, I think about some of the shows I've watched on the Discovery Channel. Um, Also, some of the like I know for a fact the Seminole Indians used to uh, when they would live in the Everglades. Of course, the Everglades is literally full of water, and they would build their house up on well, this was quite literally tree stumps. Okay, and then they'd build their houses up on top of that, and then down, and you could um, get in their canoes and their boats and their things because hey, this was in fact one of the 5 civilized tribes. Um, Not that Native Americans, Indians, whatever you want to call them, are not civilized because I happen to be a quarter blood Cherokee. So let's don't go down that path. Um, uh, OCO brothers. Um, okay. Okay. Now, nestled to the west and kind of in between the hinterlands and the havens, we have the deep wilds. Think forests. Okay. This vast swath of ancient forest is largely uninhabited and unexplored by Ironlanders. Most avoid this region, and there's a reason. Uh, that's where the elves are. Those who go into the deep wilds do so to trade. Those who are dumb enough to wage war usually go and they die. Anyway, um, now farther west of the deep wilds, we have the ragged coasts. Think Scotland. Um, think the shores and the drop offs up in Maine. Um, think um, Norway. Think not really Sweden so much. Think Norway. This is the rugged land of snow-capped cliffs overlooking blue waters. Ironlander settlements sit at the head of fjords in the shelter of narrow valleys. Okay, now, almost due south of the Ragged Coast, you have the Barrier Islands. This is just islands. Okay, and when we came into the Ironlands, this is how we got here. Literally 2 generations ago, the very first Ironlander set foot upon the Ironlands at the Barrier Islands. Okay, this long chain of islands parallels the Ragged Coast. Okay, the islands are sparsely populated by Ironlanders, mostly fisher folk who brave the surrounding waters, and gargantuan leviathans and things of that nature. Okay, think Alaska. Um, yeah, think Western, Northwestern Canada, that kind of thing. Um, okay, so we have it. Okay, let's re-roll. Okay, let's re-roll. So for this settlement oracle, if we roll a 1 to 33, it's going to be a remote land. This is the community that we live in. Okay, it's going to be a remote land. If we roll 34 to 66, it's going to be a boundary land. Barrier islands, flooded lands, hinterlands, ragged coast. Of those 4, I can tell you 1 is not bordered by water. I'll let you guess which one. Um, Literally, remember you're on a you're on a we're on a peninsula, and one of those is not bordered by uh water. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. Okay, there is water on somewhere in the boundary lands. Okay, there's water. All right, there's water. There's water for the havens. Okay, There's water. The barrier islands are surrounded by it. The flooded lands, you could think Florida Everglades. That's the flooded lands. The ragged coast. And then, of course, um, um, if we roll 67 to 100, we're in the havens, and then no further roll is necessary. If we roll 1 to 30, then we roll again. 1 to 33 means we're going to be in the mountains. 34 to 66 means we're going to be in the hills, and 67 to 100 means we're going to be in the forests. If we roll 34 to 66, we roll again. If we roll 1 to 25, we're in the islands. If we roll 26 to 50, we're in the marshes. 51 to 75, we're in the hinterlands, and then of course we're on the ragged coast. 76 to 100. Okay, so let's roll our first roll. I have a 95. We are in the havens. No further roll is necessary. So let's go back up here. And located in the havens, Fox Hollow is nestled between, let's say, a river and a forest. It is a community of all right, let's go take a look. Let's go see what we can find. All right, we're in the settled lands. All right, so now we have to roll again. We do have a further roll. This is on the settlement type oracle on page 64 of the Lodestar, enhanced Lodestar. All right, so we'll roll again. 20. All right, it's a temporary settlement for nomadic people, soldiers, or seasonal workers. Wow. Not in the settled land. No, I don't like that. So let's roll again. And you don't have to roll. You could just pick it if you want to. 1 to 15, I rolled a 13. A tiny, self-sustaining settlement with a few family dwellings. I kind of like the border, the 26 to 30. Border or frontier settlement for defense, trade, or exploration. I like the moderate sized settlement with communal buildings and recognized leadership. Let's do that. It is a community of moderate size, approximately. Remember, we're still we're only 2 generations in. Okay, something you have to understand. Uh, there are some things you have to assume. Right, there are some assumptions that were given to us by Sean Tompkin, and we need to know what those assumptions are. So let's go to the rule book. I know I don't have it on the screen, folks. I am involved with a project uh, called Obsiforgepedia. I am currently involved. Well, actually, I just sent my latest edits up to the repo at GitHub today, this morning, this afternoon, early, before I did part one of this series. It is quite literally the the books, digital form of the books, reference guides, the Lodestar, enhanced Lodestar, which is what I'm working on, the enhanced Lodestar, point and click. You just point and click, and it'll take you to a move. And if you don't want to point and click, then you just hover over the link, and it'll show you, and you can read it. Um, Obsi, OBSI dash Forge, FORGE dash Apedia, APEDIA. Now, OBSI, capital O, Forge, capital F, Apedia, capital A. All right. Go to GitHub. You can get it from me. You can download the full thing from me. You can go to a GitHub repository for uh, uh, Bezern 004. That's where I forked off of him. He is forked off of others, I think. I'm not sure. But he is the one I'm working with. He's the one I'm working on this project with. And uh, you can just go down to the bottom, and I may do a video and show you how to do it, how to get it. But my edits are in place. If you want to, I don't know that Bezern has gotten it from me yet. As of right now, this video, just go to my GitHub, bowhunter 688 6887 slash obsiforgepedia, and then go down to the bottom and download the zip file. It gives you the whole thing. Then take Obsidian, point it to Obsiforgepedia, and it'll bring it in, and you can sit there and read it. Okay. But if you listen, hey, support Sean Tompkin, because this is a great game. This really is a great game. Go and purchase the books. Now, you can get the digital copies of Ironsworn Classic for free. He just gives it to you for free. Um, you can get the asset cards and print them yourself for free. Uh, Everything literally about Ironsworn Classic you can get for free. Um, with the enhanced Lodestar, he would appreciate a donation. Okay, I am actually probably going to go buy Lodestar. I really do want to buy Lodestar. Um, the enhanced version. It's a spiral bound notebook, and it's, if it's anything like the PDF, it's a wonderfully done, masterfully done, uh, awesome pictures, awesome colors. Um, it's worth whatever you choose to pay for it, probably more. Um, but now Delve, you have to purchase. You can get the Delve asset cards for free. Um, you can Delve, you have to purchase. Starforge, you have to purchase. Sundered Isles, you have to purchase. But go out there and get them. Support him so that he'll keep creating Ironsworn stuff. Sean, if you're watching this, please keep creating Ironsworn stuff. All right, let's get over here to, yeah, man, that thunder's getting closer and closer and closer. Um, assets, acquiring, equipment, summary, making moves. Okay. I know that in this book there is. Wait. Starting your campaign, create your character, create your work, mark your background files. We haven't got that far yet. Insight and incident. We haven't got that far yet. Set the scene next steps. Dude, I know you put. I know for a fact because I've read it. Where's it at? There were some assumptions inside Ironsworn in which we. Wow, that rain's coming down. Oh, there you go. It's called the setting. Sorry, page 2. Wow. Okay. Um. So you can learn more about the settings starting on page 111, but for now, here's a summary of some default assumptions. So let me read them to you. 2 generations ago, your people were driven to the Ironlands from their former homes in the Old World. Okay? The weather here in the Ironlands is harsh. Winters are brutal. The rugged terrain makes travel and trade difficult and dangerous. There are no thriving cities. Like you, these are not massive cities like the city you might be living in. These are settlements like suburbs. Suburbs. Um, Instead, Ironlanders live in isolated villages or steadings. Their homes are modest buildings of wood, stone, and thatch. Many areas of the Ironlands are unexplored and uninhabited except by the firstborn, beings such as elves, giants, and the wolf like Varu. All right, here's something that we made a change. For this game, we made quite a change, but the assumption coins have little value here. Most commerce is made through barter and favors, right? You can be, in our game here, you can be paid in coin, um, or you can be paid in supplies. Uh, you can be paid in, if I do this for you, can I come back to you for further work later? And so you forge a bond. Um, Something like that. Okay. Some communities remain isolated and independent, while others trade in basic goods such as iron, grain, wood, livestock, wool, and coal. All right, there is a diverse mix of peoples and cultures within the Ironlands, even within a single community. You can envision your character and those you interact with however you like, unbound by considerations of geography, lineage, sexual orientation, and gender. Communities sometimes band together over a powerful leader, but there are no kingdoms. Territorial lines are sketchily drawn, if at all. Large scale warfare is unheard of, but raiding parties and skirmishes between communities are a constant menace. Some communities subsist entirely on raiding. Okay, spear, axe, shield, and bow are the dominant weapons. Swords are rare and highly prized. Some warriors choose to wade into battle clad in iron, while others trust in their prowess or in the strength of their shields. Think Viking. Magic is subtle and mysterious. Mystics seek to ward away the darkness through the practice of magic, but often succumb to it. Rituals are performed as blessings and to gain insight. Supernatural creatures and beasts are rare, frightening, and dangerous. Um, I'm going to add something to this. I want you to hear this. You are encouraged to make Ironsworn your own and to bend the setting to your liking. Uh, Go back and watch my last video. Your version of the Ironlands will be unique because you'll define aspects such as the history of your people, magic, mythic beasts, and more. That'll be called the truths. The choices you make will help inspire the personal vows driving your character. You can also ignore the Ironlands entirely and play in your own world, or explore a setting inspired by media, history, or other role playing games. The Ironsworn rules are flexible enough to accommodate many forms of gritty fantasy or historical fiction. With a bit of work, you can even adapt these rules to different genres. See page 237 for more on hacking Ironsworn. You understand now why I like this game. Freedom. It's my game. I'm playing this game. I decide what happens. And if I don't like what happened, I can change it. Okay? That's not cheating. In Ironsworn, there is no such thing as cheating. All right? There are going to be some of those people out there that are going to tell you, well, yeah, there are certain things you could do that you would consider it cheating. No. When you say what Sean has said, there is no such thing as cheating within Ironsworn. That's it. Okay. Let's put this book down for a second. And let's keep going with our stuff. All right, so we're going to say that it's of moderate size. I read somewhere where it kind of told you um kind of what a moderate size was. Moderate size, I think, was 500 to 1,000. So let's just go on the low end, and we'll say approximately 500 people within this community. It's a settlement. It's a community. A community of about 500 people. 500 people in a suburb. Yeah, that's doable. Okay. Let's see. What is its current condition? All right, let's roll. 38. It's ramshackle. Okay. All right. Um, a ramshackle community wow community with buildings that are in need of repair. No, I can't type, folks. Back when I was doing programming, I was considered the fastest two fingers this side of the Mississippi River. Um, I mean, I was typing as fast with two fingers as my wife could type with all of her fingers. And I am missing, damn it, one of my partial of one of my fingers. Um, and so I have to use my middle finger. No, I'm not flipping you off. I have to use this finger, and I type like this. Type like this. Okay. So it's in need of repair. Um, The I like to call my overseers jarls. I just like that word. From Skyrim, and from Skyrim. This is making me mad. From Skyrim, and the word jarl actually has a meaning in real life. Okay, so our settlement. See the jarl's longhouse is in good shape. As is the tavern. I said settlements. Let's say settlement. Named Fox Hollow and located in the Havens. Named Fox Hollow and located in the Haven. It is nestled between a river and a forest. It is a community of moderate size, approximately 500 people, a ramshackle community with buildings that are in need of repair. The Jarl's Longhouse is in good shape, as is the tavern. All right. um, yeah, I had to have something to drink. I'm sorry. Have a disposition? Let's roll a disposition. 9. It's threatening. I don't know that I like that. I don't know that I like that. Um so I tell you what, let's don't do a disposition. Um let's do a first look. Since we're just now creating it. 26. Nearby encampment. There is a nearby encampment of hunters who will occasionally seek out Galen's assistance. Okay. Um. Settlement project. Let's see what's currently happening. 88. Smithing. Smithing. Okay. The local blacksmith is undertaking a project to create the nails and other material in an effort to repair the settlement. Okay. Um, I'm gonna save the troubles for later. Cultural touchstone. The touchstones represent common beliefs or practices of a commonly not universal truth of a community, not universal truths. Okay, this is the community's touchstones. Okay, so let's roll that. 25. Heavily accented speech. The community members speak with heavy accents from the old world. They might sound something. I don't know if I'm going to get this right. They might sound something like, "Hello, how are you? Get to town often." Something like that. Um, let's roll for three. Let's roll three touchstones. Touchstones. 45. Communal resources. Resources within the community are shared among all members to better, I want to say, secure, to better secure, to better survive the harsh conditions of the Ironlands. Okay, that's two touchstones. Let's roll for our final touchstone. Make it a good roll. 94. Animal or nature motifs. Buildings are often decorated with motifs of animals found in the wilds. Not the deep wilds, but found in the wilds, like maybe a bear or a um, snake or a spider or a or a fox, or something like that. All right. I think we're done with the settlement and with Galen, and so all right. So what have we got so far? So Galen is a monster hunter for hire. He's a free warden. He served his term in his community as an Iron Warden, but as an Iron Warden, he saw many beasts of different shapes and sizes. He saw some of the night terrors that plagued the Ironlands. He learned how to fight the horrors and how to defend against bandits, defend the community of Fox Hollow against bandits. Maybe not bandits. Let's don't call them bandits. Let's call them raiders. 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 Um. So he's from Fox Hollow. That's located in the Havens. It's nestled between a river, and we might give that river a name. Um, and a forest. Excuse me. We're going to give that forest a name. Um, it is a community of moderate size, roughly 500 people. It's in a ramshackle state right now. Some of the buildings are in need of repair. The longhouse for the Jarl is in good shape, and the tavern is in good shape. Two most important buildings in the whole community. Um, there is a nearby encampment of hunters who will occasionally seek out Galen's assistance. The local blacksmith is undertaking a project to create the nails and other materials in an effort to repair the settlement. And so he might need uh, some minor, or we might need to go with a caravan to pick up. I don't know. I don't know. We might need to go pick up some iron ore from a nearby settlement, or one of the closer settlements, or trade vessels that are coming from the old world. We maybe we still do some trade with the old world. Um, okay, maybe. All right. The community members speak with a heavy accent from the old world, so their accent that they had in the old world just came with them, and of course, uh, that speech is handed down from generation to generation, and from father to son, and from mother to daughter, and family to family, and generation to generation. Um, and it just stayed. So resources within the community are shared. Uh, there's probably a storehouse. We'll call it the Jarl's storehouse, and the Jarl sends uh, those who are in need. He sends them to the storehouse to pick up whatever it is they need or in need of. Yeah, and it's in an effort to survive the harsh conditions of the building, Ironlands. But now here's the thing: that storehouse has to be restocked, and sometimes uh, we might be asked by the jarl to go and get find and bring back. Maybe we need some bear meat and some pelts to make clothing, and we need you to go get us some iron ore so that we can create axes and tools and weapons and things of that nature. The buildings within this community are often decorated with animal motifs, uh, and these animals are animals that are found in the wilds. Things like bears, foxes, spiders, snakes, rabbit, turtles. I don't know if you find turtle in something that cold, but anyway, just beasts that are found in the wilds. Okay, I'm kind of thinking here. I'm gonna keep that in place. I'm not gonna delete that. What else? What else? Um, let's think about our inciting incident. What? Man, that thunder's right here. Um, so the question would be, what are we doing right now? What the inciting incident? What is the incident that to an action and a theme? Okay, build a prompt. Action theme, descriptor focus, action focus, descriptor theme. Action descriptor focus. Let's do an action descriptor theme. Okay, so building a prompt. Not sure which core oracles to use for a particular question. Use the table below to choose a structured prompt. Roll on those tables and interpret the response as appropriate to the question and situation. So, what is the question? What is currently, what is current, hang on. Sorry, guys. Currently, wow, that was right here. Um, happening to, no, not to, around Galen. Um, um, and we'll put inciting incident. All right, folks, we're almost ready to start playing this game. Um, like in earnest. All right, so we're gonna do an action. First core action roll. 11. Break. All right, so we get break. No. Action equals break. Um, descriptor. $81. Forsaken. Um, did you do it? Man, I'm here to tell you that's right here. It's dark outside, and it's just 6:18. Wow. Okay. What is focus? And theme. Okay, let's do a theme equals. Let's roll again. 10. Shelter. We may get these backwards. Okay, and then focus. Okay, focus. 67. Tracks. No, let's don't do a focus. So okay. What does the sequel? Break Forsaken Shelter. We are. Wow, do we do a delve like right now? That would be crazy, I think. Um, Action, descriptor, theme. So let's think about a shelter. What kind of shelter? The only thing I can come up with is we're in the wilds and we're trying to get into a an ancient ruin. Yeah, folks, you'll do a lot of thinking. You'll do a lot of thinking. Um, but it forces you to build your world, to play your game, to be creative. Creativity is the lifeblood of sanity. Okay. Um so a forsaken shelter. Galen is attempting to gain entry into a locked or barricaded ruin. Gain entry into a locked or barricaded ancient ruin. Okay, so why? Why? Why are we doing this? Why? Um, that would be the focus, wouldn't it? I would think so. So let's roll focus. 70. Riches. The overseer has heard stories that the ruin may contain certain riches. Okay. And has enlisted the aid of Galen to attempt to obtain whatever can be found there. Okay, so we have our inciting incident. Galen is attempting to gain entry into a locked or barricaded ancient ruin. Something is blocking his way. We don't know what it is yet. The overseer has heard stories that the ruin may contain certain riches, and Galen has been enlisted to attempt to obtain whatever can be found there. Because maybe there might be some thing down there that is guarding it, and traps and things of that nature. Um, he's not actually there yet. He's we're gonna say he's just left the he's just left the overseer, and is okay and is starting out to find the ruin and obtain the treasure. Okay. All right. So there you go. We need to set a background vow. That is the next thing we need to do. No rolling is necessary to set a background vow. You just set it. And here's the deal. Call this background vow. All right, it's called background vow. Okay. The background vow here is a progress track. There is nothing here, and I wish it did, that says anything about creating a background vow. Um, Background vows are maintained by a progress track. Okay, so we'll create a progress track. Now, how did I get here? Those of you guys who are trying to learn it, click the Iron Vault commands. Come down here to where it says create a progress track. All right, we are Ironsworn, Galen. The name is going to remain background vow. Okay, you want it in the progress folder. All right, its rank is going to be epic. The kind is going to be a vow. It is a vow, a background vow. This is the vow that you swear when you become Ironsworn. Okay, so once you become Ironsworn, okay, think if some of you guys are who play Grey Wardens, think about the Grey Wardens. Um, you have to undergo that ritual. Um, and if you pass that ritual, you are a Grey Warden. But in the case of Ironsworn, when you become when you become an Iron Warden, you make a vow, and that vow is what you are attempting to do um, over the course of your life, right? So create it, click it, changes everything to what we need. Now, you have not done anything here, but let's write our vow. I swear upon this iron that I will faithfully discharge the orders and the orders of the overseer of Fox Hollow, and I will protect my fellow Ironlanders from the horrors that plague our community. Okay, now how are we going to make progress with this? How would we determine that, okay, we've made progress? Um, let's change the name of this. Let's rename it to Ironsworn Gray Warden. Okay. And we're gonna this is your background, Val. I swear upon the sign that I will faithfully discharge the orders of the overseer of Fox Hollow, and I will protect my fellow Ironlanders from the horrors that plague our community. The horrors and suffering that plague our community. Okay, so the idea here is that and I'm not going to say gray, let's say free. Ironsworn Free Warden. Um, rename. Go over here. You know what? Let's go right here and let's change that from gray to free. I am an Ironsworn Free Warden, and my background vow is that I swear upon this iron that I will faithfully discharge the orders of the overseer of Fox Hollow, and I will protect my fellow Ironlanders from the horrors and suffering that plague our communities. Not community, communities. How do you make progress on this epic vow? We're going to have to determine whether or not we actually make progress. We're going to have to just sit and say, you know what? I think we've done enough that we could get some progress on our background vow. So we'll make that determination later. All right. Um, we've got to do another one. I'm not going to call this background vow. Yes, I am. Let's do another one. We're going to call it the Iron Vow. Vows. Iron vows. Okay. Now, the iron vow is I swear upon this iron that I will find the ancient ruin and will return its treasures to the overseer of Fox Hollow. Okay. here. Progress track. Um, let's go to. I need. They're not printed here. I'm actually going to have to go to the Delve cards. Let's open my cards. We're gonna open my cards here. My Delve theme and domain cards. Okay, let's open them up. All right. That's a move. That's a move. Okay, get those out of the way. That's not needed. So those cards right there are not needed. Ancient. Um, Barrow Cavern, Frozen Ice Reach, Mine, Pass, Ruin. Ancient Ruin. Um, we may add another one later because another card later because we may get in there and find out, oh wow, um, this is not just an ancient ruin, it's haunted or something like that. So, I don't know. We're gonna all right, so we're gonna call this ancient ruin. Um we're gonna have to give this ancient ruin a name too. The rank right now should possibly be we don't really know. But according to what I've read in the rule books, let's make it dangerous. Its track is delve. Create it. We may give this ancient. Okay. This is nothing more than a a an iron vow. The iron vow is what I just said. Go to iron vows. Get all of this. Cut. Go to the here and paste. Okay. I swear upon this iron vow that I will find the ancient ruin and will return its treasures to the overseer of Fox Hollow. Now, this progress is done for Delve the Depths, but we've got to actually get to the ruin. Um, something is not right. Um, let's give this ruin. Let me see if that's in my lodestar. Let me see if that ruin has a name. Okay, delve site danger. Here are the cards that are. Okay, delve site name. Okay, all right. Name template. Its name template is, let's say, is going to be description place of namesake. So description. Let's roll the description. Why are you rolling those 3 dice? We're rolling oracle dice. 11. Forbidden. place. Oh, there's several rolls here. 39. Nope. Can't be a pass. 77. Shadowfin. Nope. Can't be a Shadowfin. Sea Cave. Ruin. Okay. So let's roll again. We're going to say Forbidden Ruin. Ruin. Of 22. Forbidden, not ruin, fortress. That's how it reads. Fortress of. Now we have to give it a name. Delve site name. 39. Calwyn. Callwen. The Forbidden Fortress of Calwyn. This is find the ancient ruin. No. So we're not going to call this the ancient ruin. We're going to actually call this the Forbidden Fortress of Calwyn. That's what we're going to call it. Okay. That's a progress track. Okay, maybe. We're setting this up. We're still in session 0. So when I do my next video, it'll be straight up gameplay. We're gonna actually start rolling some dice to get somewhere, to find the ruin, to actually start playing the game in earnest. Right now we're still in a setup session. I will find the ancient ruin known as the Forbidden Fortress of Calwyn, and will return its treasures to the overseer of Fox Hollow. The Forbidden Fortress of Calwyn is a ruin of a Callan. Really? Of a underground No. Ruin of a first one's. Forbidden Fortress of Colwyn is a ruin of a first one's. Um, wow. Forbidden Fortress of Colwyn is a ruin of a first one's. City built underground. City. Well, you could think they called the ancient Mayan and Incan and Aztec locations, they called them cities, but I would hardly believe them to be the type of city Skyrim. Okay, first one's city built underground. We don't know anything else about it. We don't know anything else about it. Okay. All right, that's our track for the ancient ruin. This is a delve track. This could be upgraded. It could end up going from dangerous to formidable, even to extreme very quickly. Um, we've never been there. We don't know how big it is. This is the actual ruin itself. The delve into the ruin itself. Now, one more progress. Are you kidding me? Um, all right, we're gonna call this note progress track. Progress tracks. Okay, this is going to be a progress track travel to the ancient ruin. Okay. Its rank is dangerous. Its type is journey. Create. And then hit this. Travel to the ancient ruin. Okay. 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 I think we're good there. I think now we are set to go ahead and do session 1 of our game. I'll do that in the next um, video because I think we're set for now. We have our progress tracks, our iron vow, our initial inciting incident, our iron vow to do that. We've got our travel, our progress tracks. We've got our background vow. We've set our truths. Um, we have our character made. We don't have locations yet. We haven't found any. Okay. All right. I think we're good to go. I think we have everything. We're ready to play the game. We're ready to start rolling dice to actually make this a game now. We have built our world. We've built our character. We've set our truths. We've set up our inciting incident. Let me read something to you real quick. For those of you who kind of don't understand how this game plays out, um, much of which you will learn as we go. However, I want to read something to you. Okay. Give me a second. We can go to this screen because we're done there. I want to read something to you guys. Uh, let's look at character creation. The summary. Excuse me. The summary on page 47 of the rulebook. Envision your character. We've done that. Choose a name. We've done that. Set your stats by arranging these bonuses across Edge, Heart, Iron Shadow, and Wits in any order. 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. We've done that. Set your health, spirit, and supply to +5. Already done automatically. Set your momentum to +2. Done automatically. Your max momentum to +10, which is done automatically. And your momentum reset to +2, which is done automatically. Okay, number 6, mark up to 3 background bonds. Now, there's the key word. 3 up to 3. And we've marked 2 because we don't quite know what that third one is just yet. And we might be learning who and what that is. Uh, we might be learning who and what that is pretty soon. Um, we're going to say that that bond is almost automatic because we didn't get a third bond at character creation. We took the 2 and we saved the third one for uh, whenever we might take a our first bond is to settlement, our second bond is to companion, and our third bond, we don't know. It might be an ally. It might be. I'm not sure yet. Okay. Number 7. Pick 3 assets. We've done that. Fortune Hunter, Slayer, and Sunderer. Really? No. Fortune Hunter, Slayer, and Owl, our companion. Okay. Okay. Make note of any important equipment or items. We didn't do that. That's not really necessary. Set a background vow. We did. Give it a rank of extreme or epic. We did that. Then envision your inciting incident. We've done that. Just got through with that. And swear an iron vow. We've done that. Okay. All right, that's good. We're gonna make our moves next go round. Um, Let me go back over here. Oracles, we don't need that. Um, Gameplay. We've done that. We've done that. Write your background vow. We've done that. Envision your inciting incident. We've done that. Set the scene. That'll be done in video. The next video. Um, Swear an iron vow. We've done that. Next steps. Creating quest outline. Mechanics and fiction. Campaign setup. All right, campaign setup. Create your character. We've done that. Create your world. We've done that. Create your background bonds. We've done that. Write your background vow. We've done that. Envision your inciting incident. Done that. Set the scene will be done in the next video to set things off. That'll be the first scene. That first scene will actually be us undertaking a journey. I can tell you right now, it's going to be undertake a journey. That'll be the move we make. Swear an vow. Done that. We take your next steps. That's basically to play the game. Um, so yeah, I think I think we're done with the setup, and not all of our setup is finished. We're gonna be creating as we go. So we're gonna be creating as we go, and so we will see what happens. We will build this world as we go. We will create allies. We will play with other people. We're going to play this game with the next video for Ironsworn. I'm not sure if the next video is going to be for Ironsworn, or if the next video is going to be for Starforged, or if even the next video might even be for a video game. Who knows? Hey, I 95%, like I said last video, 95% sure I've figured out how to get around Twitch, and that is what I want to do. Everybody understands I don't like Twitch. I don't like their formulas and formats, and I don't like their algorithms, and I'm basically doing my best to give Twitch the middle finger. I'm sad that I have to do that, because on the grand scheme of things, the grand scale, I'm gonna say, Twitch is actually a good platform. Okay, if you're a streamer, I don't know whether I can stream or not. I have no clue yet. I've still got to run that test, and I'm gonna need some help running that test before I actually throw a stream out there to you guys. Here's the deal. Go to the Discord server, the Retro Gamer BK at Discord. Okay? Go to the official website. That's where I'm going to post when the next, what date, what time our stream is going to be. So when I get those tests finished and everything works out great, we're going to get that stream out to you, and we're going to hopefully, we're going to stream some video games. Guys, I got my fingers crossed. If my research pans out the way I've been seeing my results of my research, I think I've got this problem licked. I think I've got it licked. If not, we're going to keep doing one thing or the other until I can do all things. Okay? I told you guys last year, I told you the first of this year, I'm alive in 25. This is what I do. This is what I'm going to continue doing until I take my last breath. This is what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm thankful to those who have jumped in there and helped me out. My mom has jumped in there and really helped me out with things, a new console, a new PC. Well, it's not a new PC, but for me, it's a newer PC than that dinosaur that's now sitting behind me on the floor. So my wife is constantly helping me out. She's the one that's helped me purchase some of these game books. She's the one who got behind me when I said, you know what, I can't work in the real world anymore. I don't have the ability to stand for long periods of time. Like right now, we're sitting at 2 hours and 4 minutes of this particular video, and I can feel myself. I gotta stand up. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta walk around. I gotta, I can't be sitting anymore. But I'm gonna keep getting you content. And as I said at the beginning of last video, if you are currently subscribed, give me your name. You don't need to give me anything else. Just give me your name. I'm gonna make sure you get your, we'll call it 15 seconds of fame. You're gonna be given a shout out, a special thank you for joining the party here. You're gonna be, everybody else in the world's gonna know you you jumped on this bandwagon and you are helping me out because you have subscriptions to my YouTube channel, my Discord server, you are a viewer of my official website. You are doing all the things you need to do to that are currently available to keep me going, because you guys are the reason I'm putting this out. Otherwise, I'd just sit and play video games all day. Um, and sit here and roll dice when I didn't want to play video games, or I'd sleep all day. So, yeah, I need you guys. I need you guys. I need you guys as much as you need me. Okay? And here's what that means. I put out gaming videos for you, the gamers, who want to see somebody play a game, who might want to learn how somebody plays this game. Uh, we'll take Ironsworn, for example. You never heard of Ironsworn. Well, maybe you watch my video and you know what? I like this game. I think I'm going to buy this game system and I'm going to follow along with Retro Gamer BK. And I'm going to play this game as he plays it, and I'm going to have a good time just like he's doing. Or I might be the thing that catapults you into creating content for Ironsworn, or a video game like Minecraft, or a video game like Mass Effect. You know, hey guys, Mass Effect 5's coming. It's already been leaked. They're working on it. Okay, so we got Subnautica 2, we've got Mass Effect 5. We've already reached Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Okay, it's already released. Witcher 4 is in the works. Okay, so maybe I am the one that gets you into doing this as well, and I am honored to have done it. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much for your time in a day to watch these videos. I really do appreciate it. If I do put a Patreon out there, maybe some of you guys could put a little something in. You know, what we'll call coffee money. All right. Beer money, sandwich money, whatever you want to call it. All right. But there it is. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the video I did just before it. This video is called We Are Ironsworn Part 2. Actually, I think, no, I'm going to call it We Are Ironsworn Session 0 Part 2. And then We Are Ironsworn Session 0 Part 1. Okay, and then I guess the next video for this particular game, we're going to say Ironsworn Galen Session 1 or something like that. Something that'll let you guys know that, hey, this is our Ironsworn game, and it's out there. Real quick. She's not in the office. She's in another part of the house. I don't bother her. She doesn't bother me. I am not privy to anything that's going on behind me. She's not privy to anything that's going on here until she watches the video just like you do. So now that this is in place, now I have all day and into the night in which I can create videos, and I can sit and play games or learn to play games so that I can present that to you. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate, I can't say it enough, and I'm not ever going to stop saying it. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Thank you so much for your time. Even if you're not subscribed, thank you so much for your time. You guys are what makes this for me. Consider, if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. Consider joining us at Discord. Everything is free. I don't charge for anything. All right? I don't have whatever that thing is that's out there YouTube where you join the channel. It's called joining the channel, and that's actually a paid thing. I don't. Subscriptions are free. Subscribe, 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 and listen, folks. Comment, comment, comment. I want to hear from you. I I, I want to hear from you. Let's talk. I get hit with a comment alert on the phone, on my phone, on my PC, via email, text messages. I get told when you guys comment. All right. So comment, comment, comment. I'm gonna make an effort to get on there. I'm gonna answer your comments, your concerns. I'm gonna answer your questions if you got any. Um, we'll talk about the games. And you know what? That's what the Discord server is set up to do. Go to the Discord server. Type, 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 type. Talk it up. I got it out there. It's for you. It's a gaming community. It's not a personal. I know you can set up Discord servers that are personal. I set this particular Discord server up as a gaming community. All right. So when you join the Discord, when you go and join us at Discord, you're now part of the gaming community, which you already are in the first place. You're sitting here watching somebody play a game. So you are part of the gaming community. And we want you at our Discord server. We want you here on YouTube. We want you to go and check out the ever changing website. Changes don't come often, but they come. And they're going to keep coming until I am happy with that website. Because, in my opinion, I'm never going to be happy. I'm always going to be changing something about it. I'm always going to be making it a better experience for you guys, the users. That's it for me, the Retro Gamer BK, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video.